All right, folks, time to do a demonstration. Y'all want to see a quick demonstration? We're going to go outside and do a little something. Beautiful day in the garden. Hope y'all are having a great day. What are we doing today? For one thing, we're going to remain calm and we're going to return information. What that means is I'm going to calmly do take 4 of today's video because for some reason my audio doesn't want to work. The new lapel mics, apparently their batteries don't last as long as I'd like them to. In any event, today's discussion, the application of Alaskan Fish Fertilizer to our brand new gardens. Over here I'm walking by the corn plot. It's not exactly brand new. Y'all saw the corn here, but I want you to pretend it's brand new. Pretend that Creedmoor Fury has never done this before. But somebody told him what to do and he's going to follow the instructions to a T. He's going to keep it simple because the KISS method is the best method. I don't want to come out here with salt-based fertilizers. I don't want to come out here with a bunch of questionable manure. I don't want to come out here with a bunch of, well, things that I'm not really certain about their quality or their provenance. I certainly don't want to add anything to this mixture that's got weed seeds. I don't want to add anything to this mixture that's got herbicides. I don't want to add anything to this mixture that's got toxic pesticides. I don't want it to have antibiotics from human urine or from human waste. I don't want it to have that stuff. I just want it to be clean and free of all of that nonsense. So I just want to use wood chips. I just want to make my own compost. But I'm a new grower and I don't know how to do any of that. So this crazy dude said, hey, just lay the wood chips over a little compost. Whatever you have, just put it down as thick as you can. Put it down. It's a 15 by 15 bed. How much compost do you need? 1 yard. How much wood chips do you need? Maybe 2 to 3 yards? How thick will it be? Well, the thicker the better. Okay, so make pretend this is a brand new plot. We just put some of that stuff down, and now I'm saying, hey, what do I do? What do I do? How am I going to get these wood chips to break down? Do I need them to break down? I definitely need them to break down. But I don't want the border chips to break down. Y'all can see right there is my sprayer. A little ortho sprayer I've had forever. If it's a brand new bed, I'm going to set that to 8 ounces, just like you see right there. Okay? I'm not going to apply any of this to the border because I don't need to improve the fertility there because I won't be growing anything there. That's just there to keep the Bermuda grass from moving into the bed. And then this is my primary grow zone. Yeah, y'all can see it's already wet looking because I've done this before. So here's a demonstration. Set to 8 ounces and just pass it back and forth. Okay? Now, we're not done, but I am going to set it back to 4 ounces. Y'all can pretend that it's still on 8 ounces. I'm going to give you an idea how long we have to drench. We want to cover every bit of the growing space from top to bottom. If there's anything growing in there already, like there is mine, I have no reservation about feeding that too. I have no idea why those things are still there. They don't want to go. Maybe we'll pick them, maybe we won't. But after a couple of minutes of applying this stuff, you're pretty much done. If you're in a drought or you haven't had a whole lot of moisture, these little ortho sprayers are pretty cool. You can select on the dial, just rotate that dial around until it says off, and now it's only going to apply water. So if you're in a drought and you want to work that stuff to the middle of your chip lay, apply some more water. Get it in the ground, get it into the chips. Start banking moisture. Okay, so you're going to go back and forth until you really, really got it good and wet. Because let's face it, too little moisture is not going to be that effective. You got to get the nitrogen that's in this Alaskan Fish Fertilizer sucked up into the wood chips. If you're in a drought, those wood chips are probably dry. If they've been sitting around for any length of time, they'll take this moisture. They'll take it like a champ. Then the bacteria will become, well, very agitated. So agitated, in fact, that they're going to go to work and they're going to start to do their thing. They'll start to multiply and they'll start to process it. With a little bit of luck, y'all will also have some predators enter the system via the compost interface. And if that's the case, You may have some protists, you may have some worms, you may have some nematodes. All those things will free up the nitrogen that the bacteria works with. And as everything breaks down together, below this layer right here, you're going to get a deep, 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 deep layer of humusy soil. So what does that mean? Because like I said, I was pretending to be a guy who knows nothing. So let's just sort of pretend to walk through time. I'm going to take you over here and show you what that means. So I like to go back over here and use this section of the garden for demonstration purposes because it shows and highlights the features of the Eden method so much better than, well, what we just saw. Here you can see my asparagus. It's decided it wants to stay alive. And you can see some walking onions here. And old bush bean crop, marigolds, plenty of lettuce. There's a broccoli plant, the head of broccoli on it right there. All right, and right here in particular, this is the edge of the garden. You can see the coarse chips by my hand on top, okay? But because I raked away the side chips, because every fall I like to change this, now you can see exactly what it turns into. The lower you go, the more broken down it is. Get a handful of this. In time, this is what you end up with. This rich, rich, rich blend of compost and humus. And there's also, you know, grains of sand and dirt that have been moved up through the soil column by the worms. This is what it develops into. We haven't had a rain in a while, so you can see that right here where the sun is exposed, it's exposed to the sun, it tends to dry out. Okay, so let's go further into the garden. Just got to pick a spot that's not really been too disturbed. So we'll go over here to where the broccoli's growing. Okay, y'all like broccoli? Who doesn't like broccoli? All right, got a little sunlight right there. Again, there's your coarse chips on top. Start to move them away. Try and keep that in the sunlight. It gets finer and finer and finer. Everything that's here has been subjected to the same Alaskan Fish Fertilizer process. And everything here gets covered twice annually. Now I'm starting to dig my hand into the soil. See that? Y'all just saw me rip that right out of the ground, right? Look closely. Little strands, root strands and hyphal strands and things like that. It's common to see them mixed in there because this is living soil. And even though this bed was built 16 inches deep initially, the soil's right there. Plants look happy, right? I think so. Got some flowers. Okay, so what else can I say? It's pretty simple. We don't need some crazy salt amends. Just a little tiny, tiny bit of that Alaskan fish emulsion is all it takes. That bottle of Alaskan is 2 years old. I bought it at Walmart a couple of years ago when it was on sale in the fall. So it's still here. We don't use a whole lot of it. We use it a lot. We just don't use much of it each time. So it helps to keep costs down. Fungi like it. The bacteria likes it. If the wood chips could like something, they would like it too. And I really like it because my plants appreciate it. They appreciate the level of custodianship. They appreciate me not putting salt fertilizers in here and then attracting every living insect that loves salt. Unsavory practices. Okay, I hope you got something out of that. If you did, go ahead, click the like thing, click the subscribe thing. Check up with me now and again. Harass me in the comment section. Tell me what you like to do. Tell me how you like to grow. Just tell me something. And we'll grow together. Be well, grow better, live longer. Peace.